All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. We're in the time of the end. The Lord is doing great and beautiful things. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is moving the chess pieces across the board. The game is done, man. All right. The game is done. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what I did here, but we're going to jump right into this news story. This is just a quick lesson. I'm on my break, so I figured I'd just jump into this lesson because it's been on my spirit. So me and the brother, we were at camp, and we were getting done with, camp towards the latter end of the camp. And this guy walked by. These two guys walked by, and they tried to give us daps. We was like, hey, we don't really do daps, but what's up? And one of the guys said something. He had a heavy accent, and I asked him. I was like, hey man, where you from? The spirit had me ask him, where is he from? He's like, I'm from Ukraine. And we was like, oh shit, and we're in Just City, so there's not really a big Russian, happening or following here. I don't think I've ever met a Russian that speaks Russian dialect in Just City in the years I've been. So long story short, we started talking to him, and he stopped and stopped and talked with us for a little bit. And I asked him about the situation, and he brought out something that is real. I think it's real important that we have to keep in mind, because Esau does things on multi levels. All right, he does things on a multi level type of. He'll tell you one thing, and then he's doing something on the back end. All right. So he told me, he said that Ukraine is, I knew Ukraine was called the breadbasket of Europe. All right. Of that fertile area, is one of the most fertile areas. I knew that, but I didn't know why it was that fertile area. You just think, I didn't put two and two together. He told me that the soil is one of the most nutritious soils in the world. Okay. And what should come to your mind? The same thing in the ancient world. Kingdoms would go take certain kingdoms, not just because of their wanting to take them over, because landmass, strategic locations, by sea entrances. So Ukraine is not a small potato if you look on the wide importance of it. It's one of the most important land plots. It's worth the fight. And now you have to wonder in your mind, why is all these billions and billions of dollars getting sent over there? Because nothing's done free. Babylon doesn't do nothing free. So what do you think they're going to exchange and want in exchange for those help and aid, and not just, them joining into the ranks, but they're going to ask for other things. Just like if the monetary fund gives you money, you have to pay that back with interest, usury. So these things aren't coming out to Ukraine just freely and, because out of the kindness of our hearts, because that could be used on here. But that's neither here nor there. Let's jump right into the article. OK, so it says black gold, see, of Ukraine in the most fertile soil in the world. And this was posted 9/3/2022. All right. And it says, let's see here. And it says Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe thanks to the fertile soil known as Charnozoms, the good black earth. See, that's showing you where it says that man was pulled from the dust of the ground, which confusion. We know that that's going into confusion. But also, if you look at what Adam, which is Adamas, means from the ground. All right. So what is from the ground is that deep nutritional soil. That's how you know, Jake, that there was melanated people in the garden. Okay. It says is among the most productive soil in the world. But they just say breadbasket. They don't tell you soil. And then on top of that, if you do your research, that the world really only has 60 years of topsoil left. Good topsoil. And you can do your research on that. We can pull that up, and to show you that the world doesn't have a large amount of topsoil left on it. So this is a not just a strategic location. This is a gold mine when it comes to production and crops, because it don't matter how many weapons you have. It don't matter how much missiles you have. If you can't feed your soldiers and feed your people, you're not going to be much of a country. And Russia knows that. And let's go into it. And it says, and Russians are very well aware of this.
This is why they can't let this fall into the hands of the other pretty much they like we can't let that go. We have to go at this because it's a gold mine. It says Russia has a long tradition in soil science and its experts have made significant contributions to the field. If the Russians aim to conquer Ukraine, the fertile black soil without any doubt one big bullet point on their agenda. We explain what Chernozyms are, where the world's most fertile soil are found, and explore from parallel situations and disasters in Americas. And the guy told me, he said that Hitler tried to take the soil. That's one thing that Hitler was trying to do. He was taking that topsoil because it was rich back then. And that's when you had more topsoil on the earth. You had a lot more good topsoil and nutritional soil even back then, but it was still coveted back then. So if it's coveted back then, it's even more coveted now because they know the wide picture. Okay. It says Chernozyms, if I'm pronouncing that right, it says the black soils of Ukraine. Chernozyms is the name of the soil type occurring in Ukraine. According to the World's Reference Base on Soil Resources, WRB, the soil classification system of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, isn't that funny, the UN, they are criticized. It says they are characterized by a thick black upper layer of a horizon and Chernatic horizon, which must be at least 25 centimeters thick and is rich of decomposed plant material and therefore contains a lot of humus and carbon. In Ukraine, the thickest of the Cernatic horizon can be up to several meters. See, look how black that is, man. Look. This is the soil profile, that black soil. Look how deep it is, man. That's good. Hey, Salakia, I had a call come in. I'll try to put the videos together. Let's go back, and it says humus is organic acid complex molecules formed after the decomposing of plant parts and decreased by soil organisms. It says thanks to the chemical structure of the humic acids, they not only retain water but also nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, ammonia, phosphate, sulfur, iron, manganese, zinc, copper, etc. In contrast, in humus poor soil, rainwater or irrigation water and the dissolved nutrients simply sink to too deep aquifers beyond the reach of plant roots. Humus-rich soil can bridge a dry season because of this properties. Chernozyl also has a very good structure, that is, plant roots have no trouble branching out in the soil and there is enough oxygen so that the soil organisms can breathe. Biodiversity and abundance of organisms is high in Chernozyl and they are active in greater depths than in other soils, further improving the soil structure. The soil also contains a lot of calcium, so it does not easily become acidic. All of these properties mean that a Chernozyl does not need much additional fertilizer or soil conditioners and produce to produce good yield, provided it is managed sustainably. See, so that's showing you that this place is more important than they want them to put out. So I'm gonna go let me get this few precepts real quick, and then we're gonna close on out. And then I'm going to add the video. This is the book of Habakkuk, because this is just another land grab, because this is a takeover. This is Edomite versus Edomites, but the Lord is showing you that, this is off period because it's a land grab. All right. It says, he says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, because they're doing the same thing they did to Gad, but they recycling it on themselves to take land from other Edomites that established, just like in the time of Alexander the Great. In the time of Alexander the Great, when his generals, the 4 generals that got the lands, that was divided the land, all right, the Ptolemy dynasty, Seleucus dynasty, Cassandra, and man, I think Lassa, man, I forget the last general's name. Forgive me for that. But yeah, if you rock and want to post it on the video, definitely do that. But it says what? Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That's that debt. All right. That's why they're writing what, more money to go out to help these and put more debt on this place. But this is if you look at the deeper meaning, they got something more valuable than money. They got soil, which produces food. This is the book of Isaiah 10 and 14. It says, and my hand hath found a nest, the riches of the people. And as one gathereth eggs that are left, I gathered all the earth. And there was none that moved the wing or opened the mouth or peeped. See, that's what you see. The Lord is putting the spirit on Esau to go through the whole, that goes back to the blessing of Isaac. All right. And the fatness of the earth. And you see, well, where's the fat? What's one of the fat? Who's living in Ukraine? Esau, man. And that's one of the most fertile places in the earth right now. This is Isaiah 14 and verse 4. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressed city ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger and persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So this is another reason that the Lord has to come and take this correct things on the planet Earth, because one, topsoil is being destroyed, man. You got the earth is being ravished, but there's only about 50, 60 years left of topsoil, good topsoil on the earth right now, man. So definitely keep an eye on the situation. I thought it was just a spirit, that, leaned on me to bring this information out, because I did see that Ukrainian, and he was telling, he gave up the whole thing, man, so I figured I'd bring it to the body, and, brothers want to look into it a little bit more. Definitely go ahead and do that. But with that, I want to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. We say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Till the next time, I say Shalom. Keep faith.